If governments control money, why can't they just keep prices the same forever? Prices keep going up, and it feels like everyone is paying more for the same things. Even when inflation slows down, prices don't actually fall, and that frustrates many people. So why can't prices stay still, and what is the government actually trying to do? In this video, we'll see how governments manage money and why prices can't simply stay the same. To understand that, let's start with BoBo's everyday shopping story. BoBo has a shopping habit. He usually buys bread every morning from the same small stand. This morning, he goes to buy bread just like every other day. He reaches into his wallet and takes out the usual amount of money. He still uses the same way to buy it like before. BoBo hands the money over, expecting the bread to be passed back. But when BoBo receives the bread, something feels different. It's the same bread, but the price is higher than before. BoBo pauses for a moment, surprised, but still decides to buy the bread. He walks away holding the bread, still thinking about what just happened. The next time BoBo comes back, he expects things to go back to normal. But once again, the price is higher than he remembers. Now BoBo realizes this isn't a one-time thing. The same bread keeps getting more expensive, even though nothing else seems different. BoBo starts to feel uneasy, wondering why prices keep rising like this. And that simple question is where the bigger story about prices really begins. Back to BoBo. After that, he continues shopping as usual. First, he buys bread, something he purchases almost every day. He notices more money leaves his wallet than before. Next, BoBo buys milk, another everyday item. Once again, he needs to pay more than he remembers. Then BoBo buys a simple shirt, nothing fancy. Even here, his wallet empties faster than expected. After just a few items, BoBo feels his money disappearing quickly. Nothing he bought looks different from before. Same money, fewer things. That's what inflation feels like. After feeling inflation, BoBo hears people say inflation is slowing down. Lower inflation doesn't mean prices go down. Bread is still getting more expensive, just more slowly. BoBo notices this and makes a simple choice. He buys bread earlier instead of waiting. BoBo doesn't want to come back later and pay more. Lulu sees BoBo buying and follows. Mimi doesn't wait either. More people start buying bread instead of waiting. The bread shop becomes lively again. Selling more bread means more money for the shop. With more money, the shop can hire more help. More jobs mean more income for people. When people earn more money, buying naturally picks up because spending feels easier. But one morning, things change again. The bread price jumps more than before. BoBo stops and looks at the bread. This time, his wallet hasn't grown with the price. BoBo realizes he can't buy as much as before. He puts one bread back on the shelf. Lulu and Mimi feel the same pressure. People start cutting back instead of buying. The bread shop becomes quieter again. The healthy cycle starts to break. After the good cycle breaks, buying bread hurts again. BoBo wishes someone could stop the price from rising. He looks around the shop, hoping someone can step in. But inside the shop, there are only buyers and the seller. No one here is setting or holding the bread price. BoBo realizes prices can't be controlled inside the shop. If prices can't be held here, control must happen somewhere else. That's where the government steps in, through money, not bread. When money moves slower, prices stop rising so fast. But this doesn't happen naturally. To slow money down, the government uses one main tool. That tool is raising interest rates. Higher interest rates make borrowing money more expensive. When borrowing costs rise, people start thinking twice. BoBo planned to borrow money to buy a new machine. After seeing the higher cost, he decides to wait. The bread shop owner faces the same situation. He decides not to expand the shop for now. With fewer people borrowing, fewer big purchases happen. Less borrowing means less money flows into the economy. When money moves slower, spending across the economy cools down. That's how raising interest rates slows money down. When money slows down, people start spending less. Less spending means shops sell fewer goods. Selling less means businesses earn less money. With less money, businesses cut back to survive. That can mean fewer work hours or fewer jobs. People begin to feel financial pressure. At the same time, prices stop rising so fast. Slowing prices always comes with a real cost. BoBo can feel the cost of slowing prices in daily life. Life feels heavier when money slows too much. But letting prices run too fast hurts people too. BoBo realizes neither extreme works for everyday life. The real goal is keeping things moving, without pain. A small, steady rise helps people keep deciding and working. It reduces pressure without freezing life. That's why governments aim for a little inflation. And looking back at everything, BoBo starts to see the bigger picture. He realizes prices don't change to make life harder. Prices also can't stay the same forever. What matters is that prices move at a pace people can live with. When prices rise gently, people keep buying, working sharp, and earning. Life keeps moving forward, even if it's not perfect.